Hello, my name is Eric Hansen, and this is my leadership project. The cover photo of this project was picked purposely because all of these words speak to me when we talk about leadership: support, motivation, goals, success, contribution, teamwork. Um, these words mean more to me now than they did years ago. I didn't know what it meant to be a good leader. I just thought that telling somebody what to do and having them do it was being a good leader. So I picked this picture purposely because these are key words to leadership and they mean a lot. Things that make me a strong leader, ideas that make me a strong leader. Again, if you would have asked me years ago, this list would probably look completely different. Hardworking, I put at the top because if people that are following you as a leader don't see you giving 100%, they're not going to give 100%. The chain is only strong as the weakest link. And if you're the leader and you're the weakest link, you've got serious issues in your chain. Being a good listener, staying strong under stress. Staying strong under stress is one that I'm working on now. This is really tough for me sometimes, especially when people call me to ask me my advice on something when I'm currently in the middle of doing something else. Sometimes I let that stress show, and I'm really working on trying to streamline my emotions to answer the best way possible and not to let people under me know that their question or their interruption is stressing me out. Being a firm decision maker, accepting responsibility. Those two go hand in hand. You've got to be firm in your decision, but you've got to accept responsibility for it, whether it's good or bad. You know, if it's a good decision, you can't just take credit, and if it's a bad decision, you can't pass the buck to somebody else. Have an understanding for employees. This one's important because employees are people. And knowing that they're people, they're not always going to be perfect. They're going to have family issues. They're going to have bad days. Getting feedback from the team. This one's huge. When we're trying to work through or resolve something, getting feedback from the team may yield the answer that you were looking for to get corrected, whatever it is you're working on. And leading by example is a big one. You can't expect people to do what you're not doing yourself. I had to learn that bossing was not leading. When I was a younger guy and I was in a position of management, I always used to like to boss people because my young ego was satisfied by that I could tell somebody what to do and, they would do it. And as I progressed, I let go of bossing a little bit and I started leading from the front. And even though it wasn't the best style for me, it was definitely a progression from where I was at. I had to learn the hard way that, people have the option of doing what you tell them to. So, putting your foot down and being stern and being the boss is not always the best way to get what you want out of people that are working for you, under you, or with you. So I started leading from the front, started trying to set a better example, but this stage I was still kind of a bossy a little bit. Now I've reached a point where I feel like I'm a team leader. I really try to focus on what's important to employees, people I work with, when we talk about leadership, even with customers. There's been times where customers have upset me, and I've had to learn to bite my tongue whether I'm right or wrong, or whether they're right or wrong. So this picture really represents this for me because even as a leader, you're kind of up on a pedestal a little bit. You are not putting yourself at a level of importance that's really above and beyond anybody else. And you're taking a collective from the group of people that you're trying to lead. And this is where I live today. This is how I lead. And I feel like today I'm a better leader than I've ever been in the past.